Okay, good evening to all of you on this lovely night of January the 31st. My name is Pam, and I'd like to invite you to hop aboard the Burnside Story Slam for a short ride down life's road. Y'all want to come?
Sure.
Oh yeah, good. But you don't have to pay, that's all right, you don't have to pay. Just get on board, relax, and listen to this story. It's a short one. Last Friday, I observed 31 years as a breast cancer survivor. Yay! And on every anniversary, I celebrate with a special meal with my family. And sometimes I go to Dirty's, take out my mother's china, her wedding china, set the table, put on the candles, and then I just eat my Dirty's right there. You gotta do what you gotta do. Because you know what? It's later than you think. It really is. A cancer diagnosis is really a life-changing event. But it wasn't a shock for me, you know, because I figured I was going to get cancer anyway. Why would I think that? I had two maternal aunts, and they both had breast cancer. And I look like them, and I have some of their great-grandchildren here with me tonight. And so when I was growing up, everyone thought that I was their daughter, except for my mother's daughter. So I said, okay, well, I guess I can get breast cancer too. And sure enough, I did. I was only 31 years old when I was diagnosed, happily married, with a 3-year-old daughter, busy working hard at Bahamas handprints as a fashion designer, with a whole bright future in front of me. And then switch! All of a sudden I had to put on some serious brakes in the road so I could decide which direction I wanted to head in. Breast had to be cut off to save my life. Yeah man, do that. Better to have one breast and be alive than have two and be dead. And that makes sense? Yeah. So, that's what my husband used to say. Because you know there are men out there who actually leave their wives or their significant others when they've had a mastectomy. They do. They can't handle the fact that the woman that they're with only has one breast or no breast. And you know what I used to tell those women? Good riddance to bad rubbish. Thank you. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Well, I had a great time in Princess Margaret Hospital. Dr. Farrington was my surgeon. He did. And as I was being wheeled into the theater, me and my fool cousin, Wabel Thompson, who's also dead, he loved to cook. He was my anesthetist. And you know what we were doing? Talking recipes. Yeah, man, Wabel, no, man, you gotta put this in it. No, Pam, this tastes better. You gotta try this one. So the surgery was a breeze. It didn't hurt. I was surprised. And I said, Dr. Farrington, aren't I supposed to be painful and really feeling bad? He said, no, you're doing good. You're a good patient. I had an aunt who was one of my nurses, and Lily Farrington, also dead. She was one of my nurses during my 6-day stay. And in those days, we had to stay in the hospital for 6 whole days. Nowadays, they give you a day, maybe 2, and then you got to go home. So I had a fine time. And I was feeling fine, having a good time in there. I had plenty of visitors, and there was flowers, and there was fruit, and I couldn't even rest, you know. Every minute someone coming to visit me and whatever. So, but I had a lot of fun. So now, my friend Rona, I don't know if y'all know Rona. Rona Simo, anybody know Rona? Sure, please. She came to the hospital to visit me. Rona dead scary, you know. She had a nervous, so she was outside. Oh Lord, what I can say to Pam? Man, Pam, I don't know, up and down, she walking around, trying to get up her nerve to come inside. So then she finally got her nerve up and pushed open the door and sitting up in the bed, looking so good, you know, flowers everywhere, watching TV and talking to the nurse and with true Bahamian style. She said, man, what's wrong with you? You know how long I've been out there? I was so worried and thinking you was going to be dead in there. And I'm right here having a good time. What's wrong with you? So she sit down. I said, I got to catch myself. And every time I see her now, we talk about that and have a dead good laugh. Because if you know Rona, she has a wonderful laugh. So, after that, I was really lucky. I only had stage 1 cancer, no spread, confined to the area. I didn't need any follow-up treatment. So you think, well, I've been dropped outside death's door. What you can do? You're going through that door and be a victim, or you're going to turn away and take the victor's road. Well, which one do you think I took? I'm a victim. And when life gave me those lemons, I squeezed them suckers dry, and I made some serious switching. And 6 years later, I gave birth to my daughter, Orchid. And that's all right, Dick. You can give up. But as odd as it might seem, having cancer really was a blessing. I had cancer for a reason, and I realized my purpose soon enough. Because when I was asked back to Rona again, she's still alive though, her sister Marvi, she asked me to join the Cancer Society, and I didn't hesitate. I started telling my story all over the place. And before long, I was the president of the Cancer Society, cutting the ribbon for the new headquarters in Centerville. I'm retired from them now. So Paula Roberts was my mentor. You all know Antonius Roberts? That's his sister. She was in her early 20s when she got diagnosed for the first time. So sharing her experience with me helped me get through mine. And Paula has had many other cancers since then, probably 4 recurrences. But you know what? She's alive and well. She has 2 grown children and a grandchild. And I have to put that in too. I'm expecting my grandchild any moment now, as of February. So trust me, there is life after cancer. More so than quantity, it's the quality of life that matters. And that is in your control, and it is your choice. So I made up my mind I would help people along the cancer road by sharing my story and explaining how cancer changed my life. Because when you have cancer, it's a wake-up call. It's a serious wake-up call. So you have to make a conscious effort to decide what you want to do with your life. So I changed my lifestyle, stopped eating red meat, and now we eat only poultry and seafood. I eat lots of fruit and vegetables. I never drank or smoked. In fact, I campaigned against smoking. I didn't allow it in my presence, and I still don't. And in fact, we had a great cancer shirt which read, "No smoking around this shirt." So let me tell you this next story now. My husband was an architect. And we went to this serious client, you know, down at Lifeless Gate. And he invited us to dinner. So after dinner, the host said, "You mind if I smoke?" And I said, "Oh, yes, I do." The man had to go outside of your own house to smoke a cigarette. Just said, "Well, I don't know, you could put mine outside." I said, "But he asked me." He shouldn't have asked me in the first beginning. So I used to make my mother go outside to smoke. So what you expect? Why should I let him get away with it? So anyway, I decided it was time to take time out for myself when I felt like it. And I started to have do-nothing days. Seriously, these do-nothing days, you know, because you have to look after yourself and not feel guilty about it. That's the important part, not feeling guilty. It's extremely hard to graduate from this course of do-nothingness. I have my doctorate in the do-nothing. I changed my perspective. Is the glass half full or half empty? You decide. Is it really worth to get excited and excused? It's better to stay calm, like the Serenity Prayer. I could spend the whole day out in my garden raking up leaves and looking after my plants, and Orchid comes out and she says, "Mommy, you're obsessed." But I'm calm and I'm cool. And I don't have any time for foolishness. I can't suffer fools or complaining negative people and jive turkeys around me. Life's too short to waste time with people who ain't serious, you know. If you ain't serious, don't bother with me. Because I can spend my time with people who I love and who love me and who support and understand me. And then, I got some pet peeves. When someone gets on my last nerve, I speak up. Speak your mind and save time. Say that. Speak your mind and save time. I'm talking about saving time, but life is for the living. So I only do 1-hour funerals. Sometimes it's be a little bit longer if you're my good friend, or if I'm having fun like I did at Wavell's funeral. Boy, that was fun. I laughed so hard, my side was hurting me. Because Wavell used to talk a bunch of foolishness. You all know Wavell?
Yeah.
And my brother used to go to him for his annual checkup. Wavell would sit behind the desk, got a cigarette in his mouth. Now, cousin Wayne, you gotta stop this smoking. Trying to smoke all over the place. But smoking ain't good for you, you know, it's bad for your health. You gotta stop that. And strange enough, that time he coughing. My brother did stop smoking and still died of lung cancer. And Wavell didn't die from it. And he was right there puffing in his space. So now I'm back to my 1-hour funeral rule. I only spent them 3 hours at my father-in-law and my husband's funeral because I had no choice. They being who they was and all. But as far as speaking my mind, go for Jackson on, but we better leave that one right there. Now, it's all about balance and common sense, which we all know ain't common. I accept change is inevitable, and a lot of times it's for the better. These 31 years have been a really satisfying journey. I've made a great many friends, and some of them who've passed on. In fact, I just heard about one who is died this week, and they're having a funeral for her next week. But hey, they live life in the meantime, and hopefully I help them along the way. So yeah, I'm still telling my story. I'll never stop. I hold on here, and Luther used to say to me, live life as long as you can, and die only when you have to. And I with her. Anyway, we reach. Thanks, yeah.